Where is the God of justice? It's a question you've probably asked. Maybe not out loud, but deep in your heart. When life is unfair, when the innocent suffer, when the wicked thrive, when your prayers seem to hit the ceiling and bounce back, you can't help but wonder, where is God in all this? Welcome to the 5-5 sermon. I'm Mr. T, and in 5 minutes or less, I'll share how I personally understood a sermon and 5 key takeaways I got from it. This one comes from a message delivered by Preacher Sam Mulligan on July 20th, 2025. The title, Where is the God of Justice? It's based on Malachi chapter 2, verse 17 through chapter 3, verse 5. Now, back in Malachi's day, people were fed up. There was corruption everywhere. Injustice had become normal, and it felt like God wasn't doing anything. But the truth is, he was still speaking. He was speaking through the prophet Malachi. But the people had stopped listening. Instead of seeking God, they got sarcastic. They twisted things around. As it says in Malachi 2:17, "You have wearied the Lord with your words." And when they asked, "How have we wearied him?" God answered by saying, "Everyone who does evil is good in the eyes of the Lord, and he is pleased with them." Or by asking, "Where is the God of justice?" They weren't asking honest questions. They were accusing God of not showing up. But God wasn't silent. He responded, not with rage, but with a promise. He said, "I am coming. Not to crush the world with lightning, not to thunder from the sky, but to step into the mess, into the injustice, into the pain." As Preacher Mulligan put it, God answered injustice not with a sword, but with a cross. The God of justice didn't come to punish first. He came to save. And then Mulligan said something that really stuck with me. He said, "Sometimes we ask God to bring justice, and we think he's slow to act. But the truth is, if God brought full justice immediately, none of us would survive it." That hit hard, because it reminded me God isn't slow. He's merciful. He also said justice isn't just about what God does to others. It's about what he offers to you. And that's why the cross matters. It's not just symbolic, it's substitution. Jesus took on what we deserved so we could receive what we didn't. That's justice wrapped in mercy. Mulligan also said he put his money where his mouth is. In other words, God didn't just talk about justice. He lived it. He bled for it. He entered into human suffering. And he made himself vulnerable to the very injustice he came to correct. And then he said this. He got on the bus with us. If life feels like a bus going downhill fast, Jesus didn't stay on the sidewalk. He climbed aboard, he sat down next to us, and he said, "I'll take the hit." This is not a distant God. This is a God who shows up. And one day when we stand before him, Mulligan said, it won't be about how many wrongs we've done. It'll come down to whether the name Jesus is written over our lives. That's what it means to be written in the blood of the Lamb. Jesus paid what justice required so that mercy could be freely offered. And then comes one of the most jarring parts. Mulligan said, the gospel is unfair. And that's exactly what makes it good news. Because justice says, guilty. But Jesus steps in and says, I'll take it. It's not fair that the perfect Son of God suffered for broken people, but he did. Still, that kind of mercy demands a response. Preacher Mulligan was clear. Salvation is offered freely, but it's not passive. We respond by believing, by repenting, by confessing Jesus as Lord, and by being baptized for the forgiveness of sins. Not because we're earning something, but because that's how we receive what's been offered. So, here are 5 takeaways I got from this sermon. 1. God is not absent. He entered the world to confront injustice with us. 2. He suffered beside the broken, not from a distance but right up close. 3. The cross is where love and justice collide. 4. God's justice offers mercy, but it still calls us to respond. 5. Judgment is coming. But first, God gives everyone a chance to be saved. Fennell Avenue Church of Christ in Hamilton invites you to join Bible class every Sunday at 10 a.m. and worship at 11. Midweek Bible study is on Wednesday evenings at 7:30. For more info, visit www.churchofchristhamilton.com and subscribe to the church's YouTube channel. This is the 5-5 sermon. I'm Mr. T, and now you know, justice didn't come with thunder. It came wearing thorns,